everyone, it's a gloomy day up here in Northern Ontario. It is fall, it is raining, it is cold, it is harvest time, which means it's deer season time. So what we're going to be making today is one of my best Hunter's breakfast sausages out there. This recipe, you can use it for pork, you can use it for beef, you can use it for deer meat, any way you like it. With the beef that we're using today, we're using a trimming from a brisket that I did have. For if you want to make a pork recipe, just use a pork shoulder. Perfect fat percentage. For deer meat, what I would do is probably keep the fat around 25 to 30% since it is more of a leaner cut. So what do you say we get to it? Let's get everything ready. You're going to love it. I already went ahead and started cubing up my meat. I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to watch me doing something as simple as that. But what we are going to be doing is putting it back into the freezer, getting it as close as possible to freezing temperatures before we start grinding. So in the meantime, what we're going to do while that's chilling down, we're going to get a recipe going. We're going to get all our spices measured up, and we're going to get everything nice and prepared for you guys. One of the most important steps also when making sausages is weighing out your meat, weighing out your spices. So I'm going to be using two different scales today. One to measure out my meat, and the other one's to measure out my spices. And my spices, I like to measure it out in grams. Okay, what we're going to be using today is two different types of grinding plates. We're going to be using a 10 mil grinding plate and a 4.5 mil grinding plate. For the fat, we're only going to run it through once through the 4.5 mil grinding plate. Okay, after the first grind, what I'm going to do is stick it back in the freezer just to keep the temperature down before we start grinding with the 4.5 millimeter plate. All right, we just pulled out the first grind from the freezer, and now we're going to start the second grind. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the fat and run it through the 4.5 mil plate, and then continue on with the other first grind and let it push out the rest of the fat. All right, what I like to do for mixing in my spices, I like to add in only half the water. And then from there, what I'll do is I'll add everything, like all my other seasonings other than the binder and the honey. Once I start mixing in the meat, I'll add in the rest of the water and the honey and the binder at that point. And from there, we can go ahead and start stuffing. Okay, so what you're looking for is a good protein extraction. You want to make sure that it's sticking to your hand before you start stuffing. And this is pretty much what you want to find. Okay, so once we're done mixing everything, what we want to do is we want to sample our batch. So it's very important to taste it this way. If there's something missing, we can always go back and add it in. If it's already stuffed, there's not much we can do about it. So we're going to go ahead and try this out. So we're going to make a little patty right now, put it on the stove, sample it, and we'll see how it goes. All right, let's give these Hunter breakfast sausages a little try. That's really good. I like that. Never fails. All right, to make the breakfast patties, what you want to do is basically just want to grab a little bit of the meat, form a ball, measure out 75 grams, and from there, we're just going to flatten it out and freeze it from there. All right, to twist the links, all you want to do is basically pinch down, twist one direction, pinch your other link, twist the other direction, and repeat. Pinch, twist, pinch, twist, pinch, twist, about 3 turns or so. And then once you're done that, you basically just cut them off. Okay, what I was using today was 19 mil collagen casings. I was using a different brand today from a different supplier. Wasn't too keen on them. I found it a little bit complicated to twist, and stuffing it was a little bit of an issue. It's kept popping. Don't ever get discouraged. It's probably not you. It's probably just the casing. Maybe there was a defect in it, but just keep working at it. You'll be okay. All right, to make the best tasting breakfast sandwich, what I like to do is put something called Ivar relish. What it is, it's a red pepper eggplant base, and I like to put sliced avocados, some cheddar cheese, the breakfast patties, and don't forget the egg. It's fantastic. To me, sausage making is an art. It's always a customization. It's a different type of chemistry and involved with it too. Sometimes when I mix a batch up and I try it, it's like absolutely amazing. I'm like, this is perfect. This is the one. This is the one I'm always gonna go to. And then I freeze it and I try it at a later point. I'm like, yeah, I guess it could use a little bit more of this. So you always wanna try to tune in into your spices and try to modify it to the way you like it. It's never an error. It's always something that you always wanna improve on. If you like what you see, hit that like and subscribe button. I wouldn't want you to miss any of my upcoming videos. Thanks for watching. It's been great, and I hope you enjoyed it.